Here are some amazing facts about the hermit crab. Not true crabs. Hermit crabs are not considered true crabs because they lack a hard external shell on their entire body. Soft abdomen. Unlike true crabs, their abdomen is soft and vulnerable, requiring protection. Borrowed shells. Hermit crabs borrow shells from other animals, mainly snails, for protection. Molting process. Hermit crabs regularly mold their exoskeleton to grow. Lifespan. Some hermit crabs can live up to 30 years in the wild. Land and sea species. There are both terrestrial and marine hermit crab species. Over 1,100 species. There are more than 1,100 known species of hermit crabs. Shell selection. Hermit crabs are picky about their shells and will inspect several before making a decision. Social creatures. Hermit crabs are social animals and often live in large groups. Shell swapping. Groups of hermit crabs sometimes form a shell exchange, where they swap shells in a size-related chain. Antennae for sensing. They have two sets of antennae, one for feeling their surroundings and another for smelling. Multiple legs. They have 10 legs, the front two are claws, while the rest are walking legs. Pinchers. Their large claws are used for defense, capturing food, and climbing. Omnivores. Hermit crabs are omnivorous, eating both plant material and small animals. Nocturnal. Most hermit crabs are more active during the night. Sound communication. Some hermit crabs can produce sounds by rubbing their legs together to communicate. Gills for breathing. Even land hermit crabs have gills and need a humid environment to breathe. Shell tightness. They can tightly wedge themselves into their shell for protection against predators. Aggressive behaviors. When fighting for a shell, hermit crabs will push and shake one another. Color changing. Hermit crabs may change color when molting or in response to their environment. Found worldwide, they inhabit various parts of the world, including tropical islands and coastal areas. Land hermit crabs. Terrestrial species live close to the ocean and return to the water to breed. Marine hermit crabs. These crabs live underwater and often inhabit coral reefs and tide pools. Climbing skills. Land hermit crabs are excellent climbers and often scale trees or rocks. Shell adaptations. Some species use other objects, like coconut shells or broken pottery, as makeshift shelters. Temperature sensitivity. They are highly sensitive to temperature changes and thrive in warm, humid climates. Saltwater need. Marine hermit crabs require salt water to survive, while land hermit crabs need both fresh and salt water. Exoskeleton care. They rely on a properly maintained exoskeleton to retain moisture and protect their body. Burrowing behavior. Terrestrial hermit crabs will burrow into the sand to molt or hide from predators. Long migrations. Some land hermit crabs embark on seasonal migrations toward the sea for breeding. External fertilization. Female hermit crabs lay eggs that are fertilized externally by males. Hatch in the ocean. The eggs are carried on the female's abdomen and hatch into larvae in the ocean. Many offspring. Females can lay thousands of eggs at a time. Larval stage. Hermit crab larvae are planktonic and drift in the ocean currents before settling. Juvenile crabs. After several molds, young hermit crabs eventually settle on the ocean floor or land. Growth requires new shells. As they grow, hermit crabs constantly search for larger shells to accommodate their increasing size. Selective mating. Females are selective about their mates, and males may compete for a female's attention. Hormonal molting control. Hormones regulate the molting process in hermit crabs. Egg incubation. Female hermit crabs incubate their eggs for weeks before they are ready to hatch. Metamorphosis. The transformation from larva to juvenile involves multiple stages of metamorphosis. Shell scarcity. In some areas, hermit crabs face a shortage of suitable shells due to pollution or over-harvesting of sea creatures. Artificial shells. Researchers have tried creating artificial shells to support hermit crabs in areas with limited resources. Shell preference. Hermit crabs prefer smooth, intact shells and avoid ones with cracks or holes. Shell size matters. A properly fitting shell is essential for a hermit crab's survival and mobility. Shell weight. A too heavy shell can slow a hermit crab down and make it more vulnerable to predators. Decorating shells. Some species of marine hermit crabs cover their shells with sponges or sea anemones for extra camouflage and protection. Shell abandonment. When a hermit crab molts, it temporarily abandons its shell until it's ready to move back in. Symbiotic relationships. Marine hermit crabs often form symbiotic relationships with sea anemones or other organisms that live on their shells. Shell outgrowth. In rare cases, hermit crabs can modify the inside of their shells by secreting calcium carbonate.